Hello everyone, welcome back to On The Spot with me, your host Ahmed Esat. Today we're talking about the weather again on this. That's right, the weather has affected football again, mostly a local club based in North Yorkshire who are in some serious problems due to the storms. The club I'm on about is a club called Tadcaster Albion, who are a non-league club based in Yorkshire, like I said before. But this is really bad. I mean, look at the photos of it. It just looks horrible it looks like it's turned into a makeshift water park to try and get some funds up rather than a football club. It's crazy to see that happening. It's amazing how, not amazing, but how shockingly amazing, if that makes sense, how these storms have affected non-league clubs compared to Premier League clubs. And again, this is something I mention a lot. It's this spectrum almost of the top end of football compared to the bottom end of football, and how big the gap is coming. Because if stuff like this can happen to non-league sides and nothing happens to it, then it's just a shame, because it destroyed a 2-metre steel wall or something like that, leading to even more damage, which is, racking up the cost. I think the chairman came out with a price of 12k. I think no non-league club has 12k just to randomly spend it on, repairing a club and getting it back to work. So the chairman's almost pleaded with the, sending shots out, to like the pyramid of football, like, hello, we need help here. Is anyone going to help us? Is these people going to help them? Because they have made no statements about these clubs that have been affected by these storms. And it's time they came out with a statement, or came out with a bursary form, or an insurance purpose, or something just to help these guys. But they haven't. They've just stayed away from it. And it's a bit of a shame that the FA haven't got involved and haven't even discussed it, or even helped promote it with a couple of tweets or anything like that. It's just, oh well, we'll leave these clubs to it. They don't need our help. They do. I don't understand why the FA just doesn't help. I would love for someone to explain that to me, but they just don't want to. So the chairman's been very clever. He set up the traditionals, a Just Give Me page. However, this is where it differs. He's almost asked a Premier League player, to donate their week's wages to help out, because you gotta remember, these players are in 100k, 200k. This guy is on a lot of money, and he doesn't even play for my team. So, there can be so much money just given to them from a player's wages. I think there's tons of clubs and that need, their portfolio being changed from a negative side to a good side. I think of one example right here. I made a video of them last week. Check it out if you haven't. But that's what I mean, and that's what clubs need on that level. They need someone to help them out, and it is no shame in asking for help from time to time as clubs like that. I'm glad that the chairman has come out and said this. He's getting a lot of stick off that, oh, why is he asking a Premier League player to donate their wages? It's none of their business. But it kind of is, because the top pyramid of footballers need to help out the grassroots of footballers. So there is this almost chance for everyone to make it. Whereas if clubs like this club go down, then that's local football gone again, and that's local footballers who play for Tadcaster Albion trying to find local clubs in their area, and they have to start from scratch again, trials and such. But they can help them out here, and I'm hoping a Premier League player helps them. I'm also hoping as well this makes a bit of mainstream news. I'm not saying my news is like not mainstream, it's totally mainstream, but like Sky Sports, BBC, hopefully report on this, send a reporter down, try and get some publicity for the club rather than just relying on local news and people like us who make videos about them. But to conclude my point, I just really want Tadcaster Albion to hopefully, get everything repaired. Hopefully they can carry on playing for the rest of the season. Like I said, like with images like this, it's a hard mountain to climb. The article, I'll link it down below, doesn't really talk about that much or where they're going to play their games. I think they'll have to find a neutral ground or something like that. I don't know, I could be wrong. But it's just crazy that a club in modern day football has to go through this. It's tough for anyone. It was tough for clubs that I've reported on in the past that have gone through this. But my belief is with Tadcaster Albion, I'm praying that they get through this, and I'm praying that their Premier League player comes and donates and helps them out. But yeah, this has been Ahmed for On The Spot. Thank you so much for listening, and hopefully see you guys next week.